Welcome back YouTube to another video here on the KnTElixar channel. Today we're going to be doing something slightly different. We're going to be doing dice rolls to pick our decks in a bid to add a little bit of variety to the game. Unfortunately though, the dice are going to betray me and we're going to be seeing Green Hybrid again on the channel. It's going to be a best of 1 for each game and a best of 5 series overall. So player on the right, Josh has been playing a bunch of the Green Hybrid. He's the one you've been seeing in a lot of the recent videos. This will be his first time playing the Mother D red package. That's been frequent on the channel. There's a deck profile for it, which will be linked up in the cards in the top right. If you're interested, it's a very, very budget version of the deck that makes use of Red's Delete and a little bit of draw power off of Fireball. A little bit inconsistent. It's under the regular amount of searches, but it's going to come down for 1. Get the draw out. We did try a different angle for this one in a bid to try and get a bit more of the board shown, and we're actually both using Vanguard mats for this one rather than our normal Digimon mat, just to have the mats line up a bit and also make use of some of the memory counters that we have. Unfortunately though, the glare on the player left side for especially the raising area isn't great, so we're still trying to figure it out in a way that's more convenient for leaving the recording setup up at work without inconveniencing other people, but is also good for anti-glare. So let us know which of the camera angles you prefer and we'll try and make changes for future. This footage is a little bit more zoomed in. Still trying to figure things out, but so far, speaking of figuring things out, the Bubbles play comes in. And for someone that's never played the deck before, and I think has only played against it once or twice, done a solid job of getting a handle on things. Unfortunately, we are bricking, and the Pokemon search picking up the Ancient was probably a mistake. The Beetlemon wouldn't be able to get the Digivolution anyway, because we're not seeing all that much. I'm going to see a second Boko, and just nothing but air, to be honest. The Beetlemon is going to come down, another top 5 search, and we're just not seeing any Tamers, not seeing any green level 3s, an unfortunate brick for sure. I'm going to swing one of the Pokemons in, and we are considering passing again, but no, this time we're going to get a Metal Kabu Terriermon out. Still keeping the Beetlemon that we have, just because if there's a chance to Digivolve over a Tamer or a level 3, then we want to just get more search power to try and get out of this break situation. We're going to have the Jerry suspend, check top 5, and send a searcher underneath. So now we're down to 4 searches under Mother D. That comes down for 1. And we're going to see the tie come down for 2. Slight change to the original Mother D video is there's Gaia Force in it now as well, which I don't think there was. And we do have the 2-drop Tamer instead of the Hero, because the level 5 or higher doesn't really matter for Hero. The Memory Tamer sure is something that you kind of miss, but being able to 2-drop and then be able to Fireball same turn, as you can see, very, very useful. JP finally going to hit the field. I'm going to pass it back over. Pretty passive playstyle. Yeah, we played a little bit more of this off camera today. I think he is just more of a passive player. Doesn't really get swinging early on, especially if he's not getting punished for it. Haven't been able to suspend anything really. We've got 2 Pilates Head and a Fireball now coming in for the draw power. Gonna see the Metal Kabu Terriermon come down, get the suspend. Not going for the regular Beetlemon, which is kind of surprising. Gonna swing over it with the piercing in order to get 1 check. And the passivity is getting punished pretty hard right now. Current lead, despite the brick, sits 5-2. And the Crimson Blaze is going to come down massively, unfortunately. They're just going to completely wipe out the whole field. And we're back to bricking again. Only 1 memory. The Beetlemon going to come down 4-6 once again. But as much as the security currently leads pretty heavily, we are probably in trouble as we're hitting 6 searches Not going to see a Searcher come down. Instead, just the Jerry reduced costs immediately. Top decks into the Searcher. Going to send that under, which puts him at 7, and he's just going to completely drop them. So that will come down for 0 cost. Was going to swing, but first going to see the Pilates heads go in. And the Patience is going to pay off because a bunch of Tamers in security that would have been able to be massively useful. Kind of just explained to him that usually Reaper does go first because then it makes the other bodies bigger because obviously they're swinging in at 3k. Quite fortunate to swing into Tamers. But a 1-0 lead. Over to our player on the right. The dice order is based on closer to him, so the 1 is going to be the Ragnaloard starter deck, but fear not, it's not just the default Ragnaloard starter deck. There have been some changes made to it. When the Ragnaloard profile does actually happen, I'll record both of them. There'll be the main one, and then there'll be the more budget-centric one, which we've used from the spares and a little bit of BT10 filler and BT9 filler to kind of pad out back the deck. I had to buy 2 of them. One, because I wanted 2 Davis, and also because I wanted to build Ragnaloard basically off 2 starter decks and a little bit of BT3 stuff. Building up with Ludemon is going to go into the tier Ludemon. Jellymon is going to come down to stop the reduced play cost. Honestly, that card, not particularly useful. I'm going to see the Labramon and the Demi Veemon come in. We weren't going to swing with the Jellymon anyway because we kind of want it on the field, and we are going to get the draw 1 off of playing the blue Tamer. Now we'll be able to give jamming to anything that goes over a Jellymon. This Jellymon playstyle now does kind of revolve around going over Jellymon as often as possible, as per usual. But also making sure to never go above the Caesarmon stack if the Labramon is in play. Just because it makes it so difficult to actually get it to work with other things. We're going to see the Nightmon go straight to trash, as jamming does not care about your DP. And we're going to see the blue memory boost come down, search for 4. And we are going to take the Jellymon. Yeah, the glare is horrendous on left player side, so it'll be something that we'll be trying to fix for future videos. Won't be able to change it in time for the second half of this best of 5, which will be in the video that comes after this one. Maybe a deck profile sprinkled in, we shall see. Depends on whether this final Ragnaloardmon actually arrives on time. Zuba Eaglemon builds up in raising, and there's our promo Jellymon. Gonna crack the 2 memory boosts so we don't get choked. 2 checks, and the direct smasher is going to delete the Digimon with the highest DP, so that is Caesarmon hitting the trash regardless. Gonna swing in and gonna draw the block. Definitely kind of unfortunate there, kind of forgot that the tier Ludemon had blocker. Rookie error. Could have drawn an extra 1 off the Kyoshiro, but either way, Kyoshiro is a tamer that does give us the hand back anyway. Since we got Jellymon in name, we will actually just be able to get the draw from swinging in. It's going to put the Zubamon underneath the tier Ludemon. Top deck doesn't quite work out. Has to be 7 cost or less in order for it to hit the field. So no Sakutomon drop, and now he's going to see the Legend Arm Alliance, which is going to drop a Digimon that is 7 cost or less for free, and then he's going to gain back the 2 memory off the 2 Sakutomon that are out. So the Sakutomon is going to drop it, but we are, because I was kind of explaining to him how it all works, he is going to just kind of delay that Legend Arm Alliance get 1 swing in. And he is going to proc the Zubamon, so he's going to swing with a tier Ludemon, which is unfortunately going to die, but then, yes, we are going to have the Legend of Alliance actually played out, and that's going to be a tier Ludemon going underneath the Zubamon. Going to go to 3 anyway, so as much as the reduced memory cost was cool, unfortunately, we're still going to 3. The blue memory boost is going to come down to replace the one that we crack. A little bit of a passive start the back, but we're 4-1. Shikurymon's probably not swinging in. Honestly, Shikuryomon doesn't do nearly as much as I wish it did. If it could reduce Digivolution, stop reducing Digivolution costs, awesome card, but unfortunately just to reduce play costs. Ragnaloardmon gonna hit the field now. Can't be deleted by opponent's card effects. I'm gonna see the pass over. Has blocker at 7k, which is gonna stop the Jellymon, Tesla Jellymon from going in, but the Arid Veemon would crash. We're going to pop the blue memory boost though to choke to 1, and we're going to go in to the all-force Veemon, build up a Ludemon in the back. And this is the stack that we want. We've got the Kyoshiro, we've got the jamming Kyoshiro as well, so there's plenty of opportunity to draw and go up to 8 cards. We've got Tamers that can be unsuspended, and even though we're whiffing yet another actually, no, the Zebra Eaglemon comes down, but it's going to whiff the effect, but it's going to keep the Digimon from getting bounced or deleted, and it does have blocker, so we can't just swing in with the 11k because that's going to have it killed. We're going to go for the Rena to try and boost our DP, but unfortunately that would still crash at 12, so we need to find a way to deal with it. Even though if we did actually restand the Daigo in the back, it actually stops restanding. Or at least would nullify the memory gain that we get out of it. Direct Smasher is going to deal with the problem before we can really get going, and we're just going to try and build up another Aero Veemon stack. You can see we've got the all-force in hand. And we're going to go Dragon mode this time because we know we can't get over it, so we want to go wide instead. Play the Jellymon out because we're going to get jamming from the Imperial... from the... what's it called? The XP. Anyway... And then Jamming Veemon can set up another jamming stack. We are going to see the DNA Digivolution though from the Durandamon and the Ragnaloardmon end of turn. Deletes both of them, so going wide unfortunately is going to get immediately punished at the cost of going to 9. Gets the Blitz in and the Unsuspend. So down to 1, nothing in raising, nothing on the field. Having to build back out, but he's got Ludemon in the back, Chikurimon on the field, and the Ragnaloardmon, of course, capable of swinging multiple times. We're going to Plasma Decadra that straight back to hand. Reduce the cost because he has 2 or more Digimon on the field. He's looking at the security options and being unaffected by Digimon card effects, but unfortunately, option cards are the way of squeaking through. But it is going to be a 2-0 lead. He just swings in with both units. And this is going to be the cards that have been played in the first half of this best of 5. With a couple of the changes as well. Yeah, all 4 of the SD4 Tentamon have been cut for Kakuamon. Maybe eventually the Green Hybrid will get a deck profile, but it is a pretty simple list. And the more complicated ones have already gotten deck profiles. Ragnaloardmon will be coming soon. This one actually is the Ragnaloardmon that we didn't see, but like I said, thank you for watching. We'll be showing you that deck profile soon.